Hey everybody, this is Neil from the ASL Starter Kit group. I just want to do a quick video to show you what I'm calling the Starter Kit, ASL Starter Kit Combat Tables version 1. I created this yesterday for my own use because I got tired of hunting through like 6 quick reference data cards to find the information I needed on various guns and whatnot, mainly guns and 2-hit and 2-kill tables. So I basically put this together for myself and posted it on the group just to see what people thought. And I thought I'd get a few comments like, oh, that's pretty cool. But seems to be some interest from people that want this to be produced for them. And I have no problem with that. I'm not going to produce it by hand because it took me quite a while to lay it out, cut it, punch it, using my wife's scrapbooking equipment. So I have a question into MultiMan Publishing on what I can and cannot use. I have not heard back from them. So depending on the final look of this, I guess that's gonna depend on what they say about what they see. And I'll get into that specifically when I go through this. So this is what it looks like. You can see the size of it. Here's the size of my hand. I have fairly big hands. It's about, I think 7.5, this version of it, 7.5 by 9, a little over 9, something like that. The final size, if I actually have some printed, it'll be probably around this, and it flips kind of like the full ASL rat pack. It flips on the horizontal binder as opposed to a vertical binder. It could go either way, honestly. Right now it looks like this. So on the front, there's basically just the basic infantry fire table. So if you're playing a lot of infantry scenarios and you've got most of the rules and the terrain effect modifiers down, you can primarily just leave it on this front cover and use it just for the infantry fire table most of the time. And then here's where there might be a problem with MultiMan Publishing. These are basically, at least for my own purposes, straight copies of quick reference data cards. Infantry material, close combat, terrain effect modifier, portage capacities and whatnot, and movement. These may have to be recreated. I don't know if they would let me use these. I'm not sure, but we'll see what they say about it. That's page 2 and 3. Page 4 is the same. It's got Panzerfaust and a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, bog, demo charge placement, gun handling, and whatnot. And then here's where it gets away from the MultiMan Publishing material and into either custom-made material by myself or made by other people who I don't know their names, because you can find some of these charts on the Texas ASL site, and some of the uploads there that you can download have people's names associated with it. Some of these charts don't have anybody's name, so I have no idea who made them. But basically what they did is they took all the 2-hit charts and broke them out by nationalities. So they took all the American guns through all the starter kits and guns in AFV main armament and broke it into just, American, German, Russian, etc. And then each one of those has a built-in, all the die roll modifier tables, as well as red 2-hit numbers, some other information, hit location. So if you're the Americans and you're playing a lot of armor, you can just keep it on this page. I played a scenario with my buddy this morning, and I was playing German, and it was an all armor scenario. So I was primarily on this page the whole game, which has all the German ordnance and main armament and all their 2-hit numbers, and it's got the die roll modifiers on every page. So you can leave it just on one page here, or flip between the infantry fire table and whatever armor you're using for that nationality. So here's the Germans, here's the Russians, and you can see somebody asked on the group, what if they add a module or an expansion that adds more guns? These would have to be updated. Well, I don't want to get in the habit of reprinting this all the time, so at least in this version there's blank entries. You could actually write the numbers in here, or you could, if it has the same 2-hit numbers, which a lot of these share, two hit numbers, you could just pencil in or pen in the new gun size on one that's already uses the same two hit numbers. So that should be fairly easy to do. And then here we've got the British, and here Italian, which also includes Axis and Allied miners. And then here's the combined 2 kill table. So it's got all the gun sizes through all the starter kits, everything from machine gun to 152 millimeter. And it's got heat, 2 kill table, heat and flame, or HE and flame, heat to kill, and the AFV destruction tables. And then it's also got, which is handy, which I can't believe is not included on the normal quick reference data cards, is all the armor factors for turret aspects, basically if it's superior or inferior turret. So you have to go one higher or one lower armor factor. And then here's the AFV cheat sheet that I recently created because we were getting into heavily into the armor rules. So I was having a hard time remembering all the info on the counters. I included that in here as well at the end of the armor section of the 2 hit and 2 kill tables. This is also on the Texas ASL site. It's close combat table odds ratios. I know me and my buddy have problems doing close combat when you have weird ratios like, you know, what's 13 to 3 or 15 to 7 or something. That's not that weird, I guess. But basically, you can look up the attacker's firepower or your firepower and the defenders, you know, and then it'll give you the appropriate odds ratio that you should use on the close combat table. So that's pretty handy, actually, when you get into weird combinations of firepower ratios. The hedge rules, these are available. This is available all over the place online. They're not in, I think it was included in a scenario pack behind the beaches or something. I can't remember. We recently played a scenario with hedges, so this is all over the internet. I included it because it might be handy for some people who don't have the hedge rules. If they don't like it, I could take it out because it's not that critical. And then lastly, there's on the back page, there's the sequence of play. This looks official, but it was created by somebody on this size printing. I can't tell. Starts with an S. I don't think this is official. Someone created this on their own, and it's pretty handy. Basically, a guide to the sequence of play. So that's it. Right now it stands at 14 pages, 7 sheets of cardstock. That's what I printed them on at home. A final version will probably have thicker cardstock, and it may be gloss finish, and it may be a slightly different size, and it may be bound either on the top horizontally or on the left side vertically. So you flip it like this. I don't know which is preferred, but if you have a preference, you can leave a comment in the Facebook group I'm going to post the video to, or you can leave it in the comments below on YouTube, and I'll keep people updated on where it goes with MultiMan Publishing, and if I find a place to print it and how much it might cost. That may take a few weeks, I don't know, but I'll keep everybody up to date. So give me feedback if you're interested. Thanks.